Front center, you about to enter the hottest new show with the flyest new presenter. The Jurban Show, Jurban Show, Jurban Show, Jurban Show, Front center, you about to enter the hottest new show with the flyest new presenter. The Jurban Show, Jurban Show, Jurban Show, Jurban Show.
What's going on, people? It's your boy Kai, and I have the distinct pleasure, blessing, and honor to be interviewing a legend right here. This is my man Supa.
Bless you guys.
From Elias.
How you doing?
Supa, man. A lot of people may not know who you are, but you and your group, with your group Elias,
right,
recorded one of the biggest house records of all time, in my opinion. This is my opinion.
Yes,
one of the biggest house records, called Follow Me.
Follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, yeah. Follow me.
You come about, like, how did you get in the mind state to make that album? Take us back to what year was it? 90?
Well, it was actually in 90. It was in 91. Between 91 and 90 that we came out with the record. And then what happened was matter of fact, let me go back further. I go back further when I met back in 88. I met a brother named Alan, and what had happened was this. Before the Follow Me situation, I used to rap, and it was a couple of us. It was Chino Excel. I don't know if you know who he is. He's a rapper. Kerry Chandler was Speedy, and it was a bunch of us. And what we did was we created like a family thing. It was a bunch of Jersey rappers, and I was one of the odd guys in the whole clique that sung and rapped. So what happened was Kerry Chandler had decided he was doing club music. So one day he had decided to say, yo, since you can sing on a song. So what happened was I sung on the song, and I did my first song. It was Never Know, and that record blew up. It was a dance song. And then after that, I did another song on Atlantic Records called Don't Play No Games, and it was with me and my little cousin. It was Atlantic Records compilation with Merlin Bob, and Sylvia Rome was the head of that. And then after that, one of the guys, because I lived in Linden on Charles Street, 1011 Charles Street, that's the name of my new company, 1011. How did we come up with 1011 Entertainment? That's how it's from my old address. Well, the Curry situation was in East Orange, but the other situation was in Linden. The 1011 Entertainment situation was on Charles Street in Linden. Kyle lived on East Blinky Street. So what had happened was we got together, and Kyle was doing music, and it was different from Kerry Chandler's music, and he threw on this song, the instrumental, and it was very weird to us because it was like a carnival. It was like a carnival. It had like a carnival feel to it that we kind of never heard. It was distinctive. So we was like, I don't know if that's gonna work. I don't know. So make a long story short. At first, me and Brian, what we used to do, we used to play around and scat. Like Algero, Shooter Dude, and all that. So that's how the record came about. What happened was he put the record on, and we were kind of like battling, playing around. Right, we were playing around, and most of the parts, you know what I mean?
This is classic, right?
Yes. And so after that, it was amazing because at that situation in '92, I was in a situation with Deaf America, and it was me, Chino Excel, and Speedy, and Chino Excel had pretty much got a deal. We all had pretty much got the deal, but he was the first one up online. I mean, online to get the deal going on for the whole clique. And what had happened was that at the same time, I had to make a decision. Either I was going to do the Follow Me situation or take the rap deal. And I wanted to take the rap deal, but I didn't take the rap deal. And I don't know where I would have been if I would have continued to rap, but I can at least say where I'm at now. If I don't never do nothing else, I'm grateful to have a classic that's still playing like in rotation to this day, and we're in 2010. So, I was pretty much told that I think we have one of the longest dance records that's known, that's been going on. It is still going strong.
Yeah, very much so. And to segue into that, because it really is a blessing, I want to first thing I want to say is how you said that when you first heard it sounded like a carnival record.
Right.
You really didn't take it seriously.
Right.
But just playing around and scatting, it turned into something so major.
Right.
That's a good jewel for all the artists and just people, period. Whatever you see in front of you, you see potential in it. You may not think it'll be big, but just put your all into it, do something with it, and you never know. This is a classic.
Right.
But I know that you're very, your faith is very much in order.
Yes.
And you're a very spiritual brother.
Yes. You know what I've learned is that when God opens doors, you know, there ain't a door that a man cannot shut on you when God opens it. You know what I mean? Or when the enemy closed the door, rather, God will open up. Because actually, I wasn't even saved, and how he did follow me, it was unbearable. It was just 1 minute, you know, we were in the studio, and then the next minute we doing shows. I mean, it just was. We had so many labels coming after us. You know what I mean? I'm a young. I was a young man at the time. You know, my parents wasn't around. My grandmother raised me, and for just to be in that particular situation, to be somewhere that I ain't never even imagined being, like being in Europe and London. You know what I mean? Traveling around the world, and you know what I mean, and just like that. You know what I mean? So I must say, encourage the young ones, man, to definitely, you know, keep on striving for what they're looking to, keep on striving for success, because you never know who's going to be the next, you know, talented individual. That just doesn't pertain to music. It pertains to education, you know, sports, whatever it may be. You just, you know, keep the faith and don't give up. You know what I mean? I think some of us sometimes don't want to put the work in. You know what I mean? It's like that.
Internet and everything.
Right. And nobody really want to put the work in. But if you put the work in, no matter, it may seem long.
And consistency is the key.
Yes, consistency is definitely the key. And you know, it's just amazing making the transition. You know, and sometimes you have to not be so eager or be so caught up in money, because that's how, you know what I mean, you should at least know the business. Learn the business, whatever you're going to be in. And speak the word, because I believe if you speak the word through the airwaves, that could deposit something great into another person. You know what I mean? Because people need to hear the greatness. They need to hear some positive things, you know what I mean, through the airwaves, because there's so many negative things are going on through the airwaves, and people don't know these young ones look up to situations that people think that these situations are really going on in these videos, and this is all play, make believe. Most of these guys got college degrees. So I must tell you, you have to strive to get your college degree, because you don't want to set yourself up to be let down or get caught up in the system. Options would be to make sure that his material is copyrighted. That's number one, and that he would be able to own his, to be able to try to get the most lucrative deal or the most highest percentage to own his masters and his royalties. You know what I mean? Or just, you know what I mean? You gotta have, you just can't, because a lot of guys, what they do is they sign these situations and they don't even own their publishing. And what ends up happening is that the record might be popping then, but if you don't own your publishing, the company can use it 20 years down the line, and somebody else can use it, and you won't get paid.
All the time.
And I'm grateful that we do own our publishing on this song. You know what I mean? And that's a great.
That's a beautiful thing.
Yes.
They own the publishing on this. That means 70 years down the line, they'll still be here.
Front center, you about to enter the hottest new show with the fly new presenter. The Jurban Show, Jurban Show, Jurban Show, Jurban Show, Front center, you about to enter the hottest new show with the fly new presenter. The Jurban Show, Jurban Show, Jurban Show, Jurban Show.